What's up, guys? This is a 2023 Audi RS3 and it does have the 5-cylinder turbo. This is a 23 model as the 22 models have just ended, so this one is pretty specced out. I apologize for the wind. We might have to move somewhere else. Let's test this footage. Now, of course, this is the 5-cylinder turbo, and everyone already knows if you don't know about the RS3, it sounds incredible. Okay, something I want to talk about that you're not really going to be able to see too much, but the exhaust pipes, they're not connected. So like the muffler and the tailpipes are literally chopped off right there. And these are just finishers, like it's just an exhaust finisher. So it's not even connected, which I don't like. They started to do that with the Q5s and I hated it. And a couple of other vehicles. And I don't like the look of it because it doesn't look finished to me. It looks just like a cheap afterthought. And do love the interior of this car. I missed the flat bottom steering wheel. This one is round, and I don't know, I need to check about the circumference of the wheel. I feel like this wheel might be wider than the previous generation. I don't know, something is a little different about it. This one does have the pure black seats. There's no colored stitching on this. Not that this is a base model. It's got, you know, heads-up display and tech package, RS exhaust, all the fun stuff. Get this bad boy started. So I don't want to do too much about like the MMI, and I don't want to dive too much into the MMI system. Honestly, guys, like, I mean, it's new. It's not like, it's pretty much feels like the same thing that was in the Q8 and the A7s and stuff. So it's not too different. Everything is pretty much the same. I mean, even the gauge cluster layout, etc, etc, etc. I mean, it's kind of all boring stuff, really. To me, it's just a car that's badass and sounds amazing, and it's fun to drive. You know, I like to dive into some of the basics. So it has two RS modes, an individual setting, which I've kind of customized, and then a performance setting, and then it has, of course, over here, torque rear, which if you activate it, this is supposed to be like a, what, drift mode or whatever, which honestly, I mean, I haven't even tried it. Yeah, kinda, huh? I don't know, not really. Oh. So yeah, it's got a little more, I don't know. You know, the drift mode is definitely different. A little sunny out here. Woo! So I don't have a proper track to really, you know, show this to you guys, but still. Woo! Man, this thing sounds amazing. Yee. So, this car's a lot of fun. Oh, traffic sign recognition. Nice, thank you. Yes, I did stop. Appreciate that. So, I'm gonna go back to the individual setting, which puts the stability control back on, and now we're back in all-wheel drive. We can, you know, mess with a couple things. I would like to show you guys just real quick. Ooh, I'm not gonna turn in there. I don't want to drive in the dirt. I like the little flipper paddle thing down here too. You know, that's kind of like the Porsches and whatnot. Like the Golf R, you know, it's a similar platform. I like it. I dig it. It's perfect size, and I don't really feel like I need to shift, because why? I mean, I'm gonna shift up here, and honestly, the dual clutch transmission and everything, it's perfect. It's perfect how it is. So let's go back to RS mode performance, which takes off traction control, which enables launch mode. So basically just hold the brake and floor this bad boy and go. hard on the brakes. Ooh, there goes camera gear. My God. These 8-pot rotors and pistons, or I mean calipers. Whew, sorry. These 8-pot calipers, they really, really are awesome. So this car sounds lovely, 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 lovely. Let's go for a little cruise over here. Oh my God. So yeah, very, very visceral, very alive. This car is so connected. Launch mode. You know the launch modes are limited, right? So it's not too bad. A little bit of lag for the stock tune. I think they did a good job overall. It's not incredible. Hey, just got the temperature up to 230. I don't know if you can see that. Not too bad. Fahrenheit, boys. Let's just switch back to auto or dynamic mode for now. Or heck, no, let's go to comfort. Let's talk about comfort. So, comfort mode, the exhaust shuts off, or at least the cutouts, whatever, the valves. I'm not the engineer here, I just know it's quieter. And, you know, active suspension, so it softens up a bit. Steering gets softer, lighter. You know, so if you're like, hey, you know, maybe I want to mob some railroad tracks like a Ford Raptor. It's not horrible. So they've really dialed this car in, honestly. Been driving this car for a couple weeks, and you know, I'll do a comparison video with this compared to the Model 3 Performance Tesla. The Tesla feels faster around town in like almost every single scenario, obviously, instant torque. If you want to drive like a heathen and be an asshole day to day, pick the Tesla. If you want to be a refined gentleman and enjoy the drive, RS3. So the heads up does just change when you're like toggling between the modes, and right now it's just showing, you know, the speed limit, which you may or may not see. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. And then of course this, with the tech package, this has the active lane assist, which is on right now. It's a nice little feature. Nothing like what the Tesla has, obviously. I don't even know why I'm talking about that, but just probably because I'm driving both. However, everything so far in this car is exceptional. The seats are below most cars away. I mean, again, I'm going to compare it to the Tesla. Tesla seats they're god awful. They're horrible. There's no lateral support. There's no of this like lower thigh support here for tall people. I'm just over 6 foot, and you know, the Tesla is god awful uncomfortable, especially if you're going to drive, you know, any kind of spirited driving or doing something. You're just kind of sloshing around in those seats because they're just too slick and no support. This RS3's got it all. Ooh, sunlight. So hopefully I'm not blinding y'all. Okay, so I really haven't had a chance to give this car the full beans because honestly, it's all about how quick it is, you know, above 80 to 100 with this vehicle. So let's kind of just rip it because we're out in Mexico. It's not even tuned, oh my god. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Just absolutely crazy. This car isn't even tuned in, you know. It'll push 165, just kind of like coming along, not like insanely fast. We're not talking supercar fast, but you know what? With a tune, it will be supercar fast, and that's what is so insane about this platform, and honestly, why so many people strive to get this car, because it is a baby supercar. I mean, granted, it's a Volkswagen Jetta on steroids. However, it's got the capability to be something unnatural and phenomenal, and really just something super special. I mean, I've always loved this platform. My buddy Adam has the 2018, fell in love with it, you know, after having Golf Rs and STIs and Q50s and Teslas. This was always the plan. The auto mode's not bad, you know. I mean, granted, if you want to put it in manual mode, you can. You kind of get that. Ugh. Why does it sound so good? It's unreal. So I apologize if you all were expecting like a drive around town video. You know, I like to bring the cars to Mexico and give them some love. This platform is amazing though, and you know, this may be the first 2023 video that I've seen, because the 2022s are already all out. Again, really literally the same car. I'm not sure if there was too much, like, you know, they took the trims away with this vehicle, so there's no longer, you know, prestige or, you know, stuff like that. Granted, you can build it to be like a prestige with the heads up, and I just wish it had a heated steering wheel, cold seats, and massage seats would be incredible, like you can get in some of the other RS models, like an RS5. However, for what this car is, it's all engine, and if you're gonna try to compare this car to an S3, just like stop. Just stop. They're not even the same ballpark. You know, the engine alone, this thing is stupid money, like 12 to 16 grand, stupid money. So that alone is why you get this car, because you want it to sound incredible. You're probably going to tune it. You know, I'd probably say half the people that get this car tune it or do something tremendous with it, because it's got such a valiant effort with, you know, money to horsepower ratio. You can't beat what this car is capable of, and hopefully we'll get into that at some point. But man, it is just such a great car, and for dailing it around town, you know, yeah, you can daily it around town and it's comfortable, and you know, maybe like the low end isn't all what like a Golf R was or whatever, but it's a different car, it's a different platform. Like, just love it for what it is, because it's an RS3. It's not an S3, it's not a Golf R. The magic that went behind this engine and everything else in this vehicle should just be, you know, respected, adored. Love it, because they killed it. Love this car for what it is. It is a baby supercar just waiting to breathe and be opened up, you know. Is really what it is. And honestly, it's bulletproof. This platform has shown insane numbers when people tune it. Crazy numbers. And that is something to be proud of, I would say, as far as an engineering standpoint. Like, obviously bravo to the team at Audi and everybody who designed this car from the ground up years ago, and to where it's at today. They've done a phenomenal job, and this car is just so comfortable. Some things I'll say I'm not a big fan of. B&O system, there's too much imaging happening. Like, if you're an audiophile, too much stereo with weirdness happening, where it creates some phase issues in a lot of music. And like, it'll literally take, you know, your drums that are supposed to be mono and kind of make them stereo, and with the surround feature and stuff like that, it can be kind of I'm not going to say uncomfortable to listen to, but unnatural. It's not the way the music was intended to sound, and I think it kind of dilutes a lot of the clarity of great produced records out there with this pollution, you know, in the software. So usually, like for me, I think the best settings honestly are like surround off. Oddly enough, you know, you want those drums to hit hard, take the surround off, like straight up. But yeah, the B&O I don't love. There's tons of things that I love about the car and things that I'll probably never use. I mean, self-parking, what the heck? Why am I going to self-park the car? That's a gimmick. Just give me 360 camera instead. Why that? I don't get it. I really don't get it. So yeah, a few more things that I'll kind of just chat with you guys about this. Steering wheel feel is great. Perforated leather is nice. Again, just lacking that heated steering wheel. However, for the price point, you know, that wasn't the intention. It's just all about how raw this vehicle is. And they really did do a great job with the active, you know, dampening on this car. Like, the previous generation was stiff, like just yeah, I mean, it was stiff. That was like track ready. This one's very, very daily, very streetable. In comfort mode especially, just like floaty, I would say. Like, it's very plush, and yeah, they nailed it. I'm not sure what they did different with the struts exactly, but they are way more in tune, what you would expect them to be, and definitely comfortable. Like, I could take this car on a road trip and absolutely have a blast. A couple other things, I guess the soundproofing is okay in here, marginally better than the previous generation. Not as quiet as, like, you know, a Tesla, which actually the 2022 Tesla is, the soundproofing was vastly improved over the years, so it is actually a pretty quiet car. Granted, they have whatever foam inside of their tires, which is a weird thing. Literally, like, strips of foam. I could show you guys later. I got a spare at home. But no, this car's, it's quiet. It's quiet and it's comfortable. Road noise is not bad. The engine tone, the engine note has been like changed. It used to sound more like whiny. I don't know, like more I'd hate to say, like, you know, Formula One-esque, like back in the day, in the 90s or something. Like, it just had a nice whine to it. I think the previous generation. So I don't know what changed, because, you know, Audi does a lot of weird stuff with engineering and their audio acoustics. Like they have for the e-tron and any RS model, they create some of the fake pumped in sounds in the car, and, you know, it's supposed to give you that visceral feeling. However, they did change it. It's a little more deep, a little more rumbly, and less like whiny, which I kind of miss the old sound, because I'm used to it, and I worked for Audi for the last couple of years. You know, I was used to it. However, now it just sounds a little more grown up, I would say. You know, it's still got that little top end whiny sound, but it's also a lot more robust and got a lot of low end. So yeah, the sound, yeah, that's great. It's cool. Man, I don't know what else to really say right now. It's just fun to drive. Laggy off the get-go. And I guess that's, you know, if you want to complain about the factory tune, complain about it. They did an awesome job dialing it in. Yeah, it's a little touchy here and there, maybe a little weird. Like sometimes you step on the gas and it wants to go, but you slightly let off the throttle. There's some weird mapping things going on with throttle input with your feet. You know, it's laggy. The input's not amazing, but they still did a phenomenal job. Like, it's still a dream to drive. Lots of fun. And obviously when it's in the RS modes, I don't really think I have any issues driving it. Maybe some of the comfort modes and things like that, a little different. However, as it is right now, it's perfect. It's a great machine, and I can't wait to show you guys more videos in the future. So I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, please subscribe down below, like this video, drop me some comments so I can kind of interact with you guys and get some, you know, real feedback. Tell me things you want to see, with the vehicle, with the platform. I'm open to all sorts of suggestions. You know, I just like to chat with you guys. And yeah, I mean, tell me what you think about the car. I know this is a dream car. This is a bucket list car for a lot of people, and you know what? It's totally worth the dream. It's totally worth the wait, because this car was on my bucket list for years. So yeah, guys, just want to say again, I love you. Thank you so much for joining, and I'll catch you guys next week. Have a great week. Peace out.